Let's jump into the daily challenge for today. So, for today's daily we are playing as Awoken Remnant. The mutators are Frontloaded, Brawl and One Track Mind. So we get no base energy generation. We gain 20 Ember at the beginning of each battle, and we start with the Unbroken Horn, so we don't lose Ember between turns. Which means until we get some way to generate Ember, we have to get by with the 20 Ember we start with, and we can allocate these as we want, just as we want to. And next up, Brawl. Friendly and enemy units get +5 attack and 10 health. Our Pyok gets +10 attack. And finally, One Track Mind. The path you take on the map is chosen automatically, so we have no choice on which path to take. So from the scores it looks like flying kills seem to be somewhat possible. This score, especially considering the low time it took this guy to get to this score, is probably not legit, but we will see that after the run. These definitely look legit though, they are all pretty close together as well. So it should be possible to get a flying kill, at least on Seraph. 48,000, 49,000 range seems to be where it's at right now. So I do really like Frontloaded because I think it's a really fun modifier to play with. It does benefit a lot from good Ember management. That's definitely for sure. So let's jump into the game and see what cards we get to play with. Hi puppets, thank you very much. I'll hope so too. Hope this is gonna be a fun one. We start out with double Razor Sharp Edge and a Bramblelash, as well as 2 Whiplashes, and we are fighting the Spell Consume Seraph. Okay. So we don't get to choose which path we'll take, huh? Thornfruit versus Jackstrips. Well, Thornfruit is definitely great because for one, it is an extra draw each turn after the first, on top of the stings. Hi, Tryhard Only, welcome. And it also helps against the Spell Consume Seraph, because we will always have spells to throw out if we don't want to consume one that's in our deck. Jackstrips, not that impactful with Brawl, because no enemy will have less than 11 health, so the Jackstrips won't kill enemies by themselves and the damage is pretty insignificant. Let's go with Thornfruit for the draw. So we get to choose between Spikes and Rejuvenate. We do have a Bramblelash, but I'm always a big fan of Rejuvenate Sentient. I think it's just very powerful. But with a Bramblelash already in our deck and 2 Razor Sharp Edges, we do have a plethora of ways of dealing with frontline units, so maybe it Spikes. I think not though. I think I'm gonna go with the Rejuvenate Sentient still. The Spikes are just not powerful enough to take out enemies all by themselves in a Brawl run, so that's definitely influencing me a lot here. This means the Bramblelash will be pretty much useless for us. At least for now. Let's see. We can deal 40 to this guy, which is enough to kill him. And then 20 to the backline as well. Which is great. let's set up a train steward on one of the higher floors to cover for a potential collector. We need to block some damage here, because the enemies are hitting pretty hard. This is 16 damage, so the train steward gets to hit here. Let's also set up a drag and enhance it with double whiplash, so we have a constant source of damage, especially against bosses at our disposal. Let's keep healing up, play these things for card draw. Another whiplash. I think we should razor sharp edge the backliner. Yeah. With that much burnout, I don't worry about that drag burning out too early. And we have the kill here. Very easily, in fact. A lot of over damage even. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Glimmer. Okay, it's definitely a consideration. Sure, it won't kill backliners all on its own, but it will trigger Rejuvenate on our champion. And once we upgrade it with magic power, which might be difficult with one track mind, we can't tell when we are gonna hit Merchant of Magic. With some magic power, this can actually take out backliners. Maybe Restoration Detonation might just be better. With Brawl, Restoration Detonation will almost always have damage to heal. Except for the first wave. Yeah, guess Restoration Detonation is better here. Dripfall is very nice. It allows us to more easily get bottom floor kills, things like that. Manipulate the enemy positions, that's always a good thing. Let's look at the Merchant of Steel first. Large Stone is available, as well as a Heart and a Strength Stone. I wouldn't mind an Animus of Speed. That's actually pretty good. With some upgrades. Do we want the large stone on her though? I guess we can still fit her behind the sentient even with the large stone. So let's get a big Animus of Speed here. It's definitely gonna carry us through the early game at the very least. Let's also buy removal here. Let's look at the map first. There are no shops on the next floor, so I think buying a removal here is pretty safe. Let's start with these train stewards. I could also upgrade a unit with 25 health, but considering our tank is gonna be our champion for the most part, that's not as necessary. Mark of Innovation, we do. This is pretty scary with Brawl, I'm not gonna lie. Guess we have to set up on the top floor. Sorry. Still some damage to this bottom floor enemy. Collector on the second floor. I guess we can get it. Just not this turn. We need to dripfall it so it gets dazed and it will stay on the bottom floor and there won't be any enemies spawning in this next turn, so that should work out fine. This gives us another kill on one of these clergymen, so we only take 6 damage, but we can kill the final one. And this is 16 damage. Drag will die in the first hit. But we can play a train steward behind it, or even 2 of them. Let's bring this guy down to 20 health, so he dies to a single rejuvenate proc. Although that's not really necessary with our the animals behind our champ. Looks like this is not gonna be a bottom floor kill. Not much we can do about that, but we can still try to get as much damage in as possible. I guess that's the best I can do. This guy reaches the pyre, but I don't care. We will have the 3rd floor kill guaranteed because the Animals of Speed is so strong. We can even get a 2nd floor kill here, I think. We will be dazed for 1 turn, so we'll take 17 twice, it's 34 damage. No, actually we have haste, quick. So that should work out. And we get the kill on the 2nd floor. We did take 6 damage, but that's pretty hard to prevent at all. Steel Enhance or Restoration Detonation. I wouldn't mind a 2nd Resto Dedo. Molded Dripfall, Hello Drippings. Do we want a 2nd Dripfall? Currently doesn't look like Molded is gonna be great in this deck, but it's not that hard to find a use for it. Let's pick one up, just in case. Okay. Husk Hermit Shattered Shell. That's actually pretty good. Animals of Speed can be on their own floor. Either of these require some sort of damage buff to be viable as a floor sweeper. I think I'm gonna go with Shattered Shell here though. I kind of want the extra power it provides. And the dupe could be Animals of Speed, but I don't think I want more priority units right now. Even though a 2nd Animus would be a significant damage dealer. I guess it's Restoration Detonation. It's pretty good in this challenge. More copies! Oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I have another card I want to copy. That sucks. There was no way to get spell upgrades before that, so... It's pretty hard to get value out of these copy places. This is a pretty tough first hand. Maybe I just play Animus on the bottom floor to take out the front line on each wave and protect her with drags. And then take out the other units on the 2nd floor if the need arises. This is not quite enough. With the sting it's enough. Should be worth. Do I want to keep you around? Not really. I think I will play another one and keep that one around instead. Not much going on here. I do want one razor sharp edge here, so we can get kills with the Shattered Shell a bit easier. And I keep the Ember. Double restore takes out this guy. Not much to do on this floor. Let's keep buffing our Shattered Shell for now. This and the spike sting are enough to kill the frontliner. Block the damage with another draft so we can keep this one alive. Same deal here. Not much energy left. I'll keep the Ember. I might get a mono floor kill here. If we bring back a drag, that should be enough. And it is. Nice. Perfect Daedalus fight. Love to see it. Awoken's Railspike. That might seem crazy with Frontloaded, but what that does is basically make our whole deck free to play, so we don't need Ember anymore. Big Sludge. Lady of the Reformed, Shattered Shell. I could go for Big Sludge, but I don't think it's the right thing to do here. I like our current setup quite a bit. We do need a little bit more damage scaling, but we can get that from spells, I think. More easily than from Big Sludge. Draw. Yeah. Definitely draw. We want the extra draw so we can make use of all the cost reductions we are applying with the Awoken's Railspike. Nope. Double stack. I wish I had a good regen spell. I would love to double stack one of those. I could double stack a restore. That might still be worth it, even though that sounds a little crazy. I think some spell damage on a restoration detonation isn't terrible. Cost reductions are not that important for us because we do have the Railspike. Unless we choose to hold over something. If we were to get hold over, what would we wanna hold over? Probably Razor Sharp Edge, so we had some good scaling. So we'll cost reduce one Razor Sharp Edge here. I don't think I wanna double stack anything right now. Let's reroll. There's holdover. I think we want that. Plus 20 magic power on consume. I could put that on Bramble Lash. But I'd rather purge it, to be honest. I don't want it on a restore, I don't want to purge that one. Maybe one restoration detonation can get it. It's not terrible. And I think I will purge the Bramble Lash here. It's not useful now, and it's unlikely to be that useful later on. Let's keep the rejuvenate plan. Even though the draw option isn't bad, I think the rejuvenate is just much better, and we kind of need it for these upcoming fights. Do we set up top floor when there's absolvers on the bottom? We can't just take the damage, that's too much damage to take. We need to prevent these guys from destroying us. Remove 1, 2, the final one will die to the attacks. Start setting up the bottom floor as well. This fight is a bit problematic for an early Railspike because of the scorches from the absolvers. Now we do have enough power on the Shattered Shell to kill everyone. At least that's nice. No, I misordered those. Okay, we have to play the Railspike now anyways, so... I need some damage against this collector. Best way to do that is Whiplash. Where do we want our scaling? Probably on the Animus of Speed. We do want our Ratio on the top floor. Regen, I mean. I am taking away Slay triggers. But these might not be all that important in the end. Do I want to consume this right away? No. 0 cost as well, so... It's pretty good. This is a problem. But luckily we do have Tripfall to prevent the Scorch. This turn at least. Let's keep Wickfall up. We won't ever be able to play Molded in this fight, which can be a problem. Which means it's gonna be important to keep this draft alive for a while. We want to keep the draft alive. We have to Tripfall this guy. I hope this is gonna be enough for the boss. That's a nice chunk of damage. Problem is these absolvers. We will take damage to their blights. This boss is dealing 16. These guys are dealing 6 each. The boss will one-shot the drag already. And then we take 12 from the backliners. And then we take another 28 each round of combat. So we shouldn't go below 40 health, otherwise we will die a bit earlier. And it looks like we can't get a second floor kill here. Which means we will take even more Scorches. Which drops our score very, very low. Sadly. So 12 plus 16 is 28, plus another 12 is 40. So we leave with 1 HP after here. Yeah, I figured that was a dangerous play. With the Railspike. But I had to do it there. I didn't want to miss out on the Collector and... We can't get a kill without taking damage to these razor sharp edges, huh? To the weight of contritions. Really not happy with how that fight went. I wonder if there was a better way, but if there was, I didn't see it. Let's take a restoring retreat. Definitely memories of the melted here. Gives us a way to gain back Amber. Unit upgrades, huh? Multi-strike? Okay, that's pretty good. That enables some decent scaling from this guy. Let's reroll. Okay, fine. At least it's gonna be able to kill some backliners without help now. And scale a lot better with razor sharp edges. Regen would be nice, spikes would be okay. Yeah, I think regen and spikes are the best we can get here. Regen is great. Pretty happy to see it. I think stings were an option as well. Do I want to keep my gold? I think I want to purge another card. We do want some units to die now, so we can fuel our memories of the melted. And maybe I don't want to purge yet. Sour of Sorrow with the sweep. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. We need to stack up a decent amount of regen, I guess. This time we don't have to worry about Scorches, so let's Railspike away. Drip fall you down immediately. Let's take out this front guy so we don't get swept here. Boss does have sweep, so the health on this guy is somewhat important. So let's buff our champion instead. Do I want a Whiplash you? Maybe not. Let's daze you so you don't damage us as much. I do want to upgrade the Shattered Shell's damage this turn, so we can kill the Master of Light. Yeah, keep buffing the sentient here. There's our energy refund. Not that much. but still enough to... There's another restoration detonation in the deck. I think I'd rather save up for that one. I could mold it back a draft, but that's not really worth it. And we managed to get a win here. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Invigorating Solution, Edgebriar, Bramble Ash. Nope, I don't think so. Motivary isn't bad. It can fuel Memories of the Melter, for example. Let's skip. Okay, we get a Relic, Resin Block and Concussive Coals. Concussive Coals reduces the damage we take when we set up on the bottom floor by quite a bit. I like that. Consume Removal. If we manage to consume remove both the Memories and the Railspike, that could be pretty intense. Yeah, the cost increase on the consume removal isn't that bad for us. Do want to be able to cast this even if I don't draw it with the Railspike. Holdover. I don't think holdover is helpful on the Railspike because it's not like I can play it over and over again. There's no Ember generation. Besides the Memories. I wouldn't mind holdovering and cost reducing a restore, to be honest. Just so we can guaranteed keep up our regen. I think it's time to purge these with clashes. These are pretty terrible. Let's look at the caverns as well. Trap Shoot versus Steel Pulleyclaw. Do we want either of these? I don't think so. We already have Tripfall, which is pretty similar to Trap Shoot, and I don't think we need the hook. This is gonna be a bit troublesome. We can't really Railspike early. This is a pretty hard fight with Frontloaded, I'm not gonna lie. And not having the sweeper in the first hand is also very annoying. How do I do this? I also have Dripfall in my first hand, so that sucks as well. I think we have to set up the Animus on the top floor. On the second floor, I mean. And make sure to kill this Alabaster Guardian first thing we do. So we can get to these guys and kill them immediately so they don't go to our pyre. I'm also gonna daze you so you won't make Scorch even if you do somehow survive this floor. Because right now you do. The only way to change it is to play Razor Sharp Edge on the drag. Okay then, that's what we will do. I need to be careful with spending my ember. Definitely want these Dregs to die so I can get more ember back with memories later. This is the restore one. Do I want to play that now? I probably do. This one needs to be played. And we should start to buff our Shattered Shell. It is our multi-striker after all. Here is some regen, and we now have our holdover to keep the regen up. We do have enough damage to get it. Oh, with the regen at the end. Yeah, that makes sense. Not gonna spend much more ember for now on non-penances. I think there will be one more penance. I don't want to kill this guy with the restoration detonation. He's dazed anyways. I do want to slay. This is 3 ember right now. That's good enough for me. I can prevent a bit of damage here. But we do have a restoration detonation left in the deck, so there's no real point to it. That might be a waste of ember, but we should be fine now. Because this is gonna be the last penance. I care about keeping the regen more than I care about the slays here. This is the final wave. Not quite enough yet, but I'm pretty confident we can make it enough. We are 80 damage short right now. 25 damage short, so this restoration detonation is enough. Okay. Wildwood Tome. Apply quick. Well, that would certainly help our Shattered Shell. It's still draw. Merchant of Magic. Ooh, another consume removal. We can put this on Memories of the Melted. We also want to reduce its cost so we can play it. Don't want the Power Stone. Let's remove some more cards. I think we have one Train Steward too many. And I also think we have a Restoration Detonation too many. Because, after all, we're not gonna take that much damage now that we have quick available. This event. Ember Stasis does make sense. We are up against Seraph the Diligent after all. We have to play these in the next fight mostly, because I don't want to carry them around for longer than that. But it should work out fine. Numbers enemy units enter with spikes 5. It's not gonna be easy for our shell. But we do have a lot of healing, so I I don't see this being a big problem. Can we have you in front so you die as soon as possible? Every enemy has spikes 5, so every enemy... Okay, then it might be a problem. Because we might not have enough health on that guy to actually survive all that sweeping going on. Frag is not enough by itself, we need a sting as well. I do want to wait with the Railspike. That makes almost no difference for the health thresholds. Pyre Wings. That's gonna be a bit of a threat. Let's remove this frontliner first. I think regen still goes on our champion. At least we kill this guy this turn, but the Ember Drain is pretty severe. Not much we can do about that, to be honest. Other than save our Ember, for now. There is our Memories of the Melted. We definitely play it to gain some Ember back. We need to kill the front line here. There's no good way to do it. Oh, Shattered Shell will live because it only needs to attack once. Not worth playing these train stewards. At least the Pyre Wings got dazed. But the problem is now we don't have a burst heal card. Yeah, we can't heal that guy up meaningfully. Could hope to draw into one. Nope. Maybe this whole engine is a bit too... inefficient. Oh, that's not even enough. Somehow I thought it would be. Strip Fall you and Restore and Retreat you. And we have the kill here. Okay, that worked out. I would love to find a way to get some more unit deaths, but don't really see one. Preserve Thorns. It's not really what I'm looking for. Preserved thorns. It's not great. I don't want it in this deck. Another Memories of the Melted. Okay, I will take that. Oh. How much do we actually need to get an infinite? Not that much. Mostly removals. Let's cut some of the unnecessary cards like Whiplash and the second Razor Sharp Edge. How many cards is our deck now once we played out the units? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. That's at least one card too many. We need more purchase before we can go with an infinite. But we can afford some purchase. Let's look at the other shop first. We also have the Seraph, which is gonna help us with setting up an infinite, because we can purge some of the restores, for example. I think we don't need Restoring Retreat. And I think we can also cut one of the restores. The Molded actually helps. The Restore is probably better than... I need the Dripfall. I need the Railspike, I need the Memories, I need the Molded. Do I need the Molded? I don't think I need the Molded. And finally we cut one of the restores. And that should allow us to combo off eventually. Maybe not on the first, probably not on the first turn, but maybe on the second or third turn of the fight. We need to sacrifice as many units as possible, so our Memories of the Melted gives us a good chunk of Ember back. Now the Thorn Fruit is actually not helpful. These guys need to die relatively quickly, but I don't want to set up on the bottom floor. Yeah, I need the bottom floor to get rid of some of my units. Can I Railspike right now? Can. I could reasonably do it, but I think it's better to wait. And there's our first drag. We need to consume these cards. We need to consume this card as well. Drag dies already. I don't want you on this floor, as weird as that sounds. I think I might need you there next turn or the turn after. Okay, I think this might be our first big turn. Let's play these units out. We hit some of the Vengeful Shards, which is nice. I think these could be our win condition. To kill Seraph with them. I need my units to die. And I need some Ember for the next turn. Okay, this turn both of my units here on the bottom floor die. That's definitely helpful. Have to play the Vengeful Shard, otherwise I'm gonna take damage. I consumed... What did I consume? A sting? Probably a sting. Okay, these units all die. Maybe I can go off next turn? This drag burns out as well. Need to draw into Memories of the Melted and the Railspike. Okay, we managed to do that. We play Memories. No! We can consume Memories. Whoops. I think we had it there, but I can't consume Memories. So, same deal. We set up top and second floor. We throw out a sting. Actually, I think I can speed this up by playing this first Railspike very early on. Maybe I shouldn't have killed that guy. Set these things up. We get our first unit death right away. I do want this Memories of the Melted still in the deck. Next turn, I still have one Vengeful Shard in the deck, which is the main problem right now. I do want to consume this. I don't think I want to consume the Memories. Yeah. So we will be taking 1 damage that way. I guess that's okay. We should be a turn faster this way. Maybe I should consume the Holdover Restore. Do want this drag to die to damage, so the other burns out. No Memories of the Melted this turn again, so we take another chunk of damage here. Maybe the other plan was better. Now we do have both Memories. Let's play a unit. I did play the I should have played a Spike first. A Sting. Now I have a useless Sting in my deck, which slows me down a lot. Let's play one more unit here. Use these things on this floor. We might still be able to go off next turn. Let's start with the Sting. Then Memories needs to be in the grave. I think these Vengeful Shards are our best damage spells. Let's draw. probably have a deck that's too thick to really infinite here. That's a shame. Oh, can't consume that. We consume a sting. Let's play memories. So we can draw 4 cards. So we should draw now, because that guarantees we get memories back. But we do not have the hand space for that, so we need to play 1 more card. And this is where that one sting we didn't consume becomes actually a problem. Because now we don't guarantee to get memories back, and in fact we didn't draw memories. If we had one less thing in the deck, we would have drawn memories here, because we would have had 1 more hand space and I could have gone infinite. Let's try this. I do want to get this infinite. I just can't have any sting stay in our deck. I need to play every sting first every turn. Otherwise these accumulate and make the infinite impossible. And even... yeah, and I think it's better to not play the spike here. So we don't take extra damage to the vengeful shards. Having an extra memories makes going off a bit easier. We do want these things to die as a priority. Sting needs to be played. Okay. One more drag. Can we... yeah, we can kill it on this floor. Should work even with the Razor Sharp Edge, but I don't need to risk it. I wanna use the Razor Sharp Edge on you anyways. Then we play this Memory of the Melter because it doesn't consume. I can play Restores here. Let's drop you down. I want the Seraph to be as low as possible every turn. We need to play the Sting first. Then we can Memories. Twice actually. We need to cost reuse these. Right now we can draw 6 cards, which is a good number. We waste 1 draw, but that's fine. We should probably not waste that draw. How much is Memories? It's 3, okay. Should not waste that draw. So draw 6. Then we... I think we have to kill this turn. It's gonna be a bit... no, we don't. Yeah, we can only ever draw 2, so we can only get parity. Which means we should throw out these 3. actually play out this whole hand. It doesn't matter. We do have the kill now. So we start with Sting as usual, then Memories to get some Ember. We have 4 cards in the grave, which we're all gonna draw with the Railspike. Then we play Memories, and now we can at any time draw Memories and Railspike with the Railspike, while at the same time throwing out Vengeful Shards. Draw 4. Ideally we kill with the Vengeful Shards because these are the most efficient. Let's cost reduce one more of them. That speeds up the cycle. And then we draw 3. And then we play Memories, Vengeful, Vengeful, Awoken. Repeat that until Seraph is dead. And that's the combo I wanted to play today. That's what I was aiming for when I made these removals. That's what you get for shuffling in Vengeful Shards into my deck. I do have a non-consuming Awoken Railspike. 2 of them in fact. And a Memories of the Melted that doesn't consume, that gives me 5 Ember. So I can always draw into the Railspike and the Memories every turn. Which gives me an infinite. Yeah, Rock Bogglesworth, I thought about that, but that's gonna be pretty difficult. Because at the time I can play enough Razor Sharps. I basically need to have an infinite to play that many Razor Sharps. What's the problem there? So we managed to get a 6-turn boss rush, which is pretty nice for score. And we unlocked this nice new card frame. I especially love the cute little morsels hiding behind those pipes and valves. Very nice touch. So yeah. Basically, we had a pretty normal Awoken run that suddenly became an infinite with the addition of non-consuming Railspike and non-consuming Memories of the Melted, which we used to kill the Seraph very early. We also had pretty good 3-turn boss rushes on later fights at least. The earlier fights were a bit more difficult, so we lost a bunch of points there, and we also had to spend a lot of gold to get our infinite combo online, just because we had the Thorn Fruit. If it weren't for the Thorn Fruit, the infinite would have been a lot easier to achieve, but we chose to pick it, and it helped a lot in the early fights after all, so was not a bad idea to pick it up. So we are currently in 5th place with 47,500. I will quickly remove the webcam so you can see the top scores. I think this Frenzy 85 guy is not legit, but let's check this real quick. And that actually looks like a deck. Okay, he had non-consuming Railspikes as well. But no way to gain energy? Yeah, no way to gain extra embers. So, doesn't look like a possible... Oh no, he just used these Awoken Railspikes to draw 8 Bramble Lashes, and he just nuked Seraph with the Bramble Lashes. Instead of doing a fancy infinite, he just got enough damage in one turn. Okay. Okay, I can see this core being totally legit then. Let's see how our friends performed here. Never Nathaniel was slightly below us. He also went with Spike Sentient. Maybe that's just a better idea if you start out with Bramble Lashes. But I couldn't have known that there were so many dupes this early on. Otherwise the dupe on the Bramble Lash would have been pretty exciting. So yeah, very similar deck, but I don't think he got quite... he didn't dupe the Awoken's Railspike, so he didn't manage to infinite. But still a pretty good power spike with the Memories of the Melted and the Railspike. So a very good performance as well. He was a bit more consistent in not taking damage early on, but he didn't manage to rush Seraph. Okay. I must say, I'm not that big of a fan of one-track mine, but it has its appeal. The decks are much more comparable if you have one-track mind, because everyone sees the same choices and chops. So I guess that's kind of interesting as well.